Bismillahir-Rahman-Nir-Rahim. The status of Hadeeth in Islam.
Through the Quranic and historical perspective.
How were Ahadith compiled?
How did these Ahadith reach us?
What is their status in Deen?
What is the mutual relationship of the Quran and
Ahadith? Ghulam Ahmad Parwez.
Muhammad Aslam Jairajpuri. 8 Imam Abu Hanifa and Ahadith. The name of Imam Abu Hanifa does not need any introduction.
His status in Fika, jurisprudence,
is very elevated.
In Chapter 1 we have mentioned what his stance on Hadeeth is according to Allama Iqbal. In this chapter we will explain this
further.
8.1 In the compilation of Fika, Imam Azam took very little help from Ahadith. The formulating of details about sub-clauses in the light of the principles of the Quran is called Fika. During the period of Sahaba, there were no defined principles and rules established for Fika. In this regard, the initial and most successful effort was by Imam Abu Hanifa, who is known in the Ummah as Imam-e-Azam,
Great Imam. And in fact, this is what his real status was considered to be. He was the Imam of the art of Fika and a very great Imam.
Fika continued to be attributed to his name and is being practiced as such to this day. And even today, the majority of Muslims in the world follow this Fika. Every knowledgeable person is acquainted with the fact that the Fika of Imam Azam is based on Qiyas. The meaning of Qiyas is that we formulate sub-clauses by employing our own intellect. Ijtihad. In the light of the principles of the Quran. This fact is also not hidden from scholars that Imam Azam took very little help from Ahadith in the compilation of his Fika.
The reason for this was not that he could not get Ahadith.
According to one narrator, he was born in 61 A.H.
and according to another, in 80
A.H. and lived until 150 A.H.
And in this era, collecting Ahadith was easier than when Imam Bukhari did this work.
He died in 265 A.H.
As far as the recognition of Ahadith is concerned.
Muhammad bin Samar says that I heard Imam Yusuf say that I have become inclined towards most of the Ahadith, but it is a fact that Abu Hanifa had a far greater understanding of Ahadith than me. The reason for this was that he considered Ahadith to be neither immutable like the divine revelation nor above doubt or suspicion. He considered the foundation of Deen to be beyond doubt and the true Deen was present only in the Book of Allah,
the Quran.
As such, Ali ibn al-Madini quotes from Abdur Razak that I was sitting with Muammar when Abdullah ibn Mubarak arrived. We heard Muammar saying that I do not know of any person who could speak about Fika in a better way than Abu Hanifa and who could apply intellect and qiyas and open the way of najat, salvation, for people through Fika. And who would be more fearful of Allah than Abu Hanifa in introducing anything of suspicion and doubt in the deen of Allah? He used to compile Fika in the light of the Book
of Allah according to his own ijtihad,
intellect, and by consulting others who were able to offer opinions. If after this somebody said that your decision is against the Ahadith of Rasulullah, he would respond by saying this, which Hazrat Umar used to say, that the decision of Rasulullah was for that time and now circumstances have changed, so change is necessary in this decision. Or he would say, according to Hazrat Aisha and other Sahaba, who knows what Rasulullah said, and what those listening understood from it. In the presence of the Book of Allah, we cannot declare these kinds of unauthentic narrations as being part of Deen. Because he wished to make this fact well known, that Ahadith of Rasulullah were neither certain nor immutable, he would thus sometimes adopt severity in rejecting Ahadith. 8.2 Imam Abu Hanifa did not consider Ahadith to be immutable, and when required, would strictly reject them. Imam Sufyan bin Ania said that he never saw anyone more courageous in the path of Allah than Abu Hanifa. He used to give examples of Ahadith of Rasulullah and reject them. When Imam Abu Hanifa learnt that I was copying this hadith, till the time a buyer and seller do not separate, they have the authority to dissolve their contract.
Abu Hanifa said, "Just tell me, if both are traveling in the same boat, or if both are imprisoned in a cell together, or if both are traveling together on a journey, then how are they going to be separated? And how will their contract be finalized?"
Muzzal bin Musa Sanani says that I myself heard Abu Hanifa saying that there are such people among my colleagues who urinate a quantity of 2 kali. Imam Abu Hanifa rejected this hadith of the Messenger, that if the water contains urine equivalent to 2 kali, it is not dirty. 8.3 Imam Azam rejected more than 400 ahadith. Abu Saleh Farah says that I heard Yusuf bin Asbat saying that Imam Abu Hanifa rejected more than 400 ahadith of Rasulullah. I asked Yusuf, "O Abu Muhammad, do you know those ahadith?" And he said, "Yes, I do." I asked him to tell me some of those ahadith.
Yusuf said that it is a saying of Rasulullah that in the matter of war booty, a horse has 2 shares while a foot soldier has 1 share.
But Abu Hanifa says that I cannot make the share of one animal more than the share of a momen. Rasulullah and his Sahaba have marked sacrificial animals with their spears. But Abu Hanifa says that by doing this the animal's appearance is disfigured. It is a saying of Rasulullah that till the seller and the buyer have not separated, they have the right to cancel a deal. But Abu Hanifa says that when a deal has been finalized, then there is no recourse to cancel it. When Rasulullah intended to go on a journey, he would choose a wife to accompany him through a draw. The Sahaba also adopted the same practice.
But Abu Hanifa says that to make decisions based on these draws is pure gambling.
Abu Saib says that I heard Waki, a renowned Imam of Ahadith, saying that we have found Abu Hanifa opposing 200 ahadith. Abdullah Allah bin Hamad refers to his father Hamad bin Salma that people used to bring ahadith to Abu Hanifa but he would reject them according to his own logic. Imam Ahmad bin Hanbal has also quoted this saying of Hamad bin Salma through Mu'ammal.
8.4 Imam Abu Hanifa's strictness in rejecting
ahadith. Abu Ishaq Fazari says that I used to ask Abu Hanifa questions about matters relating to jihad. One day I asked him about a problem and he replied accordingly. At this I said that Rasulullah has stated such and such regarding this. Abu Hanifa said, "Spare me from this." Similarly, one day I asked him about a problem to which he gave an answer. Again I said that in this matter it has been quoted from Rasulullah like this. Abu Hanifa said, "Take it and rub it with the tail of a swine."
Abu Ishaq Fazari says that I narrated a hadith in front of Abu Hanifa, that a revolt against the ruler of the time was deemed as being illegitimate. Abu Hanifa said that this hadith is from among lies.
Ali ibn Azm says that I narrated a hadith of Rasulullah to Abu Hanifa. Abu Hanifa said that I do not accept it.
I said that this is what Rasulullah has stated. Abu Hanifa again said yes, I do not accept it.
Bashar bin al-Mufazzal says that I narrated to Abu Hanifa that Nafi quotes from Ibn Umar that Rasulullah has said that until a seller and buyer do not separate, they have the right to cancel a deal. Abu Hanifa said this is only a raise.
A battle song.
I said Qatada quotes from Hazrat Uns, that a Jew crushed the head of a Muslim girl between 2 stones. Rasulullah also crushed this Jew's head between 2 stones. Abu Hanifa said this is just nonsense. Abdus Samad refers to a hadith from his father attributed to Rasulullah which was narrated to Abu Hanifa, which said that the fast of both the one who applies fragrance and the one to whom it is applied becomes void.
Abu Hanifa said it is just conjecture.
In the same way, regarding Wallah, a decision of Hazrat Umar was quoted, and Abu Hanifa replied, "This is a saying of some Satan." Abdul Waris also quoted this. Yahya bin Adam says this hadith was narrated in front of Abu Hanifa, that Rasulullah stated that wuzu, ablution,
is equivalent to half of Iman. Abu Hanifa said then do 2 wuzus,
ablutions,
so that your Iman is completed.
Similarly, this was quoted to Abu Hanifa, that saying, "I do not know," is half of knowledge. Abu Hanifa replied, "Well then say I do not know twice so that your knowledge is complete." 8.5 These commands have passed away and are finished. Bashar ibn Asri says that I went to Abu Awana and said to him that I have heard you have a book by Abu Hanifa. Can you bring it out as I want to study it? Abi Awana said, "My son, it is good you have reminded me," and he got up and approached a box, took out a book, tore it to pieces and threw it away. I said, "Why did you do this wicked thing?"
He said that one day I was sitting with Abu Hanifa when a courier came from the Sultan and told him that the Emir wants your opinion about a man who has stolen a beehive.
What is your directive about it?
Without any hesitation Abu Hanifa replied, that if it is worth 10 dirham then ampute his hand.
After the courier departed I said to Abu Hanifa, "Are you not afraid of Allah?"
I have been told by Yahya bin Sa'id Qattan, who has heard from Muhammad bin Habban, and he from Raif bin Khadij that Rasulullah stated that a hand cannot be amputated in relation to the theft of fruit and vegetables.
Now go at once to help this man, otherwise the Emir will amputate his hand. Again, without any hesitation, Imam Abu Hanifa replied that this order has been delivered and is ended. So the hand of this thief was amputated. After explaining these details, Abu Awana said that no book by such a person should remain with me.
8.6 Doing Aqiqah is among deeds of ignorance.
Abu Bakr Azram says that Abu Abdullah Ahmad bin Hanbal narrated many ahadith, attributions to the Sahaba, and quotes of followers in relation to details of Aqiqah.
Then smiling with surprise, he said that according to Abu Hanifa this is one of the deeds of ignorance.
Muhammad Yusuf Bikandi says that a quote of Imam Abu Hanifa was narrated in front of Imam Ahmad bin Hanbal that divorce can be granted even before nikah. Wedlocked. Imam Ahmad said, "It appears as if poor Abu Hanifa was never even in Iraq and as if he never had anything to do with knowledge." In this regard,
besides Rasulullah,
the Sahaba, and about 30 reliable followers, the sayings of Sa'id bin Jabir, Sa'id bin al-Musab, Atta, Tarus and Akrama etc. are available that there can be no divorce before nikah. How can Abu Hanifa dare to say that divorce can take place? You have seen the conduct of the greatest Imam of Islamic Fika regarding Ahadith. The Fika which is drafted by him and attributed to him is prevalent among the majority of Muslims. But among us, neither Imam-e-Azam nor Hanafi Muslims are declared to be deniers of Ahadith. Though the degree of severity in the denial of Ahadith which is attributed to Imam Abu Hanifa is rarely attributed to others who deny Ahadith. 8.7 If I had been present during the times of Rasulullah, he too would have adopted many of my sayings. Imam Azam has presented arguments in support of his maslak. He says Rasulullah's method in devising sub-clauses, writing Fika, was to consult his companions, and if someone had a better suggestion, he would adopt this. After this Imam Azam says if I had been living during the times of Rasulullah, I too would have been included in this consulting team. I think that in many matters the messenger would have accepted my opinion. In this regard, Mahmud bin Musa says that I heard from Yusuf bin Asbat that Imam Abu Hanifa used to say that had I come across Rasulullah, or had he come across me, he would truly have agreed to many of my sayings. And I have also heard Abu Ishaq say that Abu Hanifa would often come across ahadith attributed to Rasulullah and he used to oppose them. Yusuf bin Asbat has been referred to by Abu Saleh al-Farah who said, Imam Abu Hanifa used to say that had Rasulullah found me or I had found him, i.e., we were both present in the same era, he would have accepted many of my sayings. What is deen but the name of a good and fine opinion? We believe that in this regard there is no need for any further elucidation. The summary of whatever has been said is that whatever decisions are taken in the light of the Quranic principles by the Markazi Millet, i.e., the central authority of the Quranic state, with the advice of the representatives of Ummah, are called Islamic Sharia. And these decisions change continuously with the changing times. It was on the basis of this maslak of Imam Abu Hanifa regarding ahadith that he was later declared a denier of ahadith.
Munkir-e Hadith.
And all sorts of accusations were leveled against him and he was subject to strange kinds of curses and fatwas. 8.8 Curses of Mahadashan against Imam Abu Hanifa. Imam Malik bin Uns says that the fitna, chaos, created by Abu Hanifa for this ummah is no less than the one created by Iblis, Satan.
In both cases, i.e.,
in belief of Arja and in rejection of ahadith, Abdur Rahman bin Mehdi says that accepting the fitna of Dajjal, I see no greater fitna than the one created by Abu Hanifa. 8.9 Imam Abu Hanifa was breaking every tenet of Islam 1b1.
Suleiman bin Hassan Halbi says I have here
Imam Auza'i saying several times that Abu Hanifa has broken all the tenets of Islam, one by one.
And similarly when Imam Abu Hanifa died, Imam Auza'i said, thanks be to Allah, he was breaking every tenet of Islam one by one.
Fazari says that I overheard both Sufyan and Auza'i saying that there has been no one more wretched than Imam Abu Hanifa being born in Islam. Imam Shafi used the term, worst, to label Abu Hanifa.
When Kai bin al-Rabi was asked his opinion about Abu Hanifa, he said he was the most ignorant from the past narrations and traditions,
and most scholarly orders and sub-clauses
of the future.
8.10 Opposition to Abu Hanifa is in itself truth. Umro bin Kai says that a person who wants to find out the truth should read the sayings of Abu Hanifa and his colleagues and only then should he oppose these sayings. Ammar bin Zariq says, when you oppose Abu Hanifa you will find the truth.
Bushra said, if you oppose Abu Hanifa you will find the truth.
Ibn Umar says that when you doubt something, see what Abu Hanifa has said, then just oppose it as that will be the truth. Or just say that there is blessing in merely opposing him. 8.11 It was a crime to refer to Abu Hanifa in the mosque. Abu Ubaidah says that I was sitting in the mosque of Rasafa with Aswad ibn Salim when some problem came up. I unwittingly uttered that Abu Hanifa says it like this. Aswad admonished me and said, you are mentioning Abu Hanifa in the mosque. And he was so offended with me for the crime of mentioning the name of Abu Hanifa in the mosque that he did not speak to me till his death.
Sufyan narrated a hadith that he heard from
Hasham bin Marwa, who had heard it from his father, that the condition of Bani Israel was balanced until the influence of the children of slave women increased and they interfered in matters of deen. In this way they became misguided and in turn misguided the people also. After that Sufyan said that in Islam also the condition of the people was balanced and established till it was changed by Abu Hanifa in Kufa, Bati in Basra, and Rabia ibn Abdur Rahman in Medina. When we looked into it, we found that they were all the children of slave women. 8.12 Fika Hanafi is the sermon of Dajjals. Hamdullah bin Muqlid says that Muhammad bin Muslima Madani was asked, what is the reason that the opinion of Abu Hanifa has pervaded all the cities, but has not been able to enter Medina? Muhammad bin Muslim replied that it is because Rasulullah said that there is an angel deputed to each street of Medina that will stop the Dajjal from entering it. And because it is the sermon of Dajjals, it could not enter there. 8.13 Imam Abu Hanifa was an orphan and dumb, in the matter of Ahadith. Ibn Ishaq Tirmizi says that Abdullah bin al-Mubarak said that Abu Hanifa was an absolute orphan in the study of Hadith. Sarij bin Yunus has referred to Abu Qatan that though we quoted Ahadith from Abu Hanifa, he was dumb in Ahadith. Ibn Nama says that I have found people in agreement about this, that setting aside opinion, people did not trust any hadith narrated by Abu Hanifa. Hujjaj bin Artat says, who was Abu Hanifa? Who accepts what Abu Hanifa says?
And what in actual fact was Abu Hanifa?
Ali bin al-Madini says that there was a reference to Abu Hanifa in front of Yahya ibn Sa'id Qatan and he was asked his opinion about a hadith from Abu Hanifa. Yahya retorted, when was he even a purveyor of hadith? Muhammad bin Hamad Makri says that I asked Yahya bin Mu'in a question about Abu Hanifa and Yahya replied, how many ahadith did he even have that you are asking me about him? Abu Bakr ibn Shazan says that Abu Bakr ibn Abi Dawud said that Abu Hanifa copied a total of 150 ahadith, at least half of which contained errors and mistakes. 8.14 Imam Abu Hanifa was neither trustworthy nor reliable. Mo'i says that there was mention of Abu Hanifa
in front of Sufyan Sawri. Sufyan Sawri at that time was circumambulating the Kaaba.
Sufyan said that Abu Hanifa was neither trustworthy nor reliable. Saka and Mamun. And he kept on repeating these words till he had completed his rounds. Keeping all the above opinions in mind, reflect who were these people holding these opinions and about whom every one among them is recognized as a pillar of knowledge about ahadith and authority. Rijal. This decision of these scholars of Sunnah was about Imam Abu Hanifa.
Now see what opinions these people hold about two great righteous pupils of Abu Hanifa, Imam Abu Yusuf and Imam Muhammad.
But before moving forward, keep this much in mind that in Fika Hanafi, no book of Imam Abu Hanifa himself has reached us.
Whatever has reached us has been via these two.
Respected gentlemen. 8.15 Judgment of Imams of Rijal about Imam Abu Yusuf. Abdur Razik bin Umar says that I was sitting with Abdullah bin al-Mubarak when a man came to him and asked him about an issue. Abdullah gave him a fatwa. The man said, I asked Abu Yusuf about this same issue but his fatwa is opposite to yours. Abdullah bin al-Mubarak replied that if you have offered any prayers behind Abu Yusuf which you can recall, then go and immediately repeat these prayers. 8.16 Abu Yusuf was a liar and useless. Abda bin Abdullah Khurasani says that someone asked Abdullah ibn al-Mubarak which of the two, Abu Yusuf or Muhammad, is the more truthful. Abdullah ibn al-Mubarak said rather that say that, ask which is the bigger liar. The man said very well, but give me your opinion regardless. Abdullah said, Abu Yusuf. Abdullah bin Idris says that Abu Hanifa was himself misguided and had a misguided personality while Abu Yusuf was among the wretched ones. 8.17 Imam Abu Yusuf accused Abu Hanifa of lying. Muhammad bin Ismail Bukhari, Sahib al-Sahih, says that a saying of Naaman, Imam Abu Hanifa, was copied from me which said, why are you people not astounded about Yaqub? Imam Abu Yusuf, who has accused me of so many lies which I have never uttered. Abu Neem Fazl bin Wakin says that I myself heard Abu Hanifa saying to Abu Yusuf, "May you be cursed. Suffer a loss. How could you attribute so many lies to me in these books which I have never said?" Ibn Abi Shayba and Ibn al-Mughlani refer to
Yahya bin Mo'in saying that though Abu Yusuf Qazi had no ability to assess Ahadith, yet he is still trustworthy.
Ahmad bin Hanbal says that though in the beginning I copied Ahadith from Abu Yusuf, I do not narrate his Ahadith.
He further said that though Abu Yusuf is truthful, one should never narrate any hadith from the companions of Abu Hanifa.
When Abu al-Hassan, Imam, Dar-Qutni was asked about Abu Yusuf, he said that though he is more reliable than Muhammad bin al-Hassan, he is like a one-eyed one among the blind. Imam Muhammad bin Ismail Bukhari says that Yaqub bin Ibrahim Abu Yusuf Qazi was discounted by the Mahadashan.
8.18 The opinion of Imams of Rijal about Imam Muhammad bin Al-Hassan.
Imam Ahmad bin Hanbal says that Yaqub Abu Yusuf was associated with Ahadith, but Abu Hanifa and Muhammad bin Al-Hassan were both against Ahadith attributed to Rasulullah. The opinions of these two were very negative, i.e., Abu Hanifa and Muhammad bin al-Hassan. When Yahya bin Mo'in was asked a question about Muhammad bin al-Hassan, he stated that Muhammad bin al-Hassan is a liar. Similarly, on one occasion he said that he is weak, while another time he said that he is of no consequence, and a hadith from him cannot be written. 8.19 Imam Muhammad was a liar. Imam Abu Dawud Savastani says that Muhammad bin al-Hassan Shabani is nothing. His ahadith cannot be written. Imam Abu al-Hasni Dar-Qutni says that Muhammad ibn al-Hassan Shabani Abu Hanifa was called a liar by Yahya bin Mo'in and Imam Ahmad bin Hanbal.
But in my opinion he should be completely disregarded.
8.20 Imam Muhammad accused Imam Abu Yusuf of being a liar. Bashar bin al-Walid reports that Abu Yusuf said, "Just ask this liar, i.e., Muhammad bin al-Hassan, whether whatever he attributes to me, has he ever even heard it from me?" Yahya bin Mo'in says that Muhammad bin al-Hassan was asked in my presence whether he had heard all the things he was copying in these books from Abu Yusuf. Muhammad replied, "I swear upon Allah that I have never heard these from Abu Yusuf, yet it is a fact that I understand these books more than everyone else.
I have only heard Jama Sakir from Abu Yusuf."
8.21 Fika Hanafi was not to remain immutable till eternity. You have just seen the maslak of Imam-e-Azam and his pupils. About Hadeeth. In this regard, one more thing comes to the fore, and it is this: was it Imam-e-Azam's desire that he should declare that his Fika should remain immutable till the day of judgment? It is obvious that a person who holds such a belief that the decisions of Rasulullah cannot be considered immutable till the day of judgment
can then never say about his own decisions that they should be considered immutable till the last day.
In this regard, even historical evidence is available that Imam Abu Hanifa opposed this issue with great force, that his interpretations should be given permanence.
8.22 Imam Abu Hanifa's opinions about Fika Hanafi.
Nasr bin Muhammad says that we used to visit
Imam Abu Hanifa, and a person from Syria used to accompany us. Before returning to Syria, he came to take his leave from Imam Abu Hanifa. Imam Abu Hanifa asked him, "O Syrian, what, are you going to take this kalam?
Fika with you to Syria?"
The Syrian replied yes. At this the Imam said, "Be aware you are taking a great trouble with you."
Mazahim bin Zafar says that I myself asked Imam Abu Hanifa, that whatever fatwas you proclaim or write in your books, are they all truth in which there is no room for any doubt or suspicion? Imam Abu Hanifa replied, "By Allah, I do not know.
It is possible that these are battle
false and that there is no room for doubt or suspicion in their being so. Imam Zafar says that we used to come and go to Imam Abu Hanifa, and whatever decisions he used to make, we would write these down. Imam Zafar reports that one day Imam Abu Hanifa told Abu Yusuf, "O Yaqub, foolish one, do not write down word for word everything you hear from me. Today I have an opinion which I might discard tomorrow." Abu Neem says that I heard Imam Abu Hanifa telling Abu Yusuf not to write any opinion from him, because by Allah I do not know whether I am mistaken or correct in my verdicts. Sa'il bin Mazahim says that I frequently heard Imam Abu Hanifa reciting this verse.
Those who listen to the word, and follow the best meaning in it.
39:18. Hassan bin Ziyad Lalvi says that our saying, Fika, is an opinion that we have tried to make as good as possible. If someone can produce a better saying than ours, that will be a better interpretation. It is evident from Imam Abu Hanifa's explanation that he also did not consider his Fika to be beyond any doubt and free from any errors of omission and commission. In that case, to what degree can it be appropriate for us to consider his opinions equivalent to the revelation of Allah? And by declaring it to be flawless, make it a constitution for action by the Ummah till the day of resurrection. Consider the above explanations once again and it will become apparent to you that the maslak of
Imam Abu Hanifa was as follows.
1. The only things which are immutable in deen are the Quranic orders and principles, and this book alone is above any suspicion or doubt. 2. Narratives have a historical status from which assistance can be taken for decisions, but their status cannot be viewed as permanent and unchangeable in deen. 3. Fika should be worked out in the light of the Quranic principles, but even then such edicts cannot be considered to be immutable till the day of resurrection. After this, let us see what was being said about the Imam's maslak. In this regard we are only going to look at one quote from Imam Ahmad Hanbal. Ibrahim Hobi says that Abu Hanifa has added so many such things to knowledge that it is better to chew water alone than these.
One day I presented some issues from Imam Abu Hanifa to Imam Ahmad bin Hanbal.
He was staggered and said, "It appears that Abu Hanifa is writing an absolutely new Islam. Therefore,
if someone says the same thing about Ahadith which Imam Azam used to say, and our conservative and traditional category of people say that a new deen is being created, it will not be something new. This has been happening from the beginning.